Hello and welcome to another episode of Spoil Your Appetite. I'm Tristan and Happy New Year everybody. Happy 2019. I hope you all are settling down, listening to me, and because today I thought I'd do a top 10 movies and my top 5 worst movies of 2018. It's funny, 2018 was, I think overall it was okay. Like most years, they're always okay, but this year was just, I don't know, something was different. Something was very different about this year. I don't know what it was, but maybe it's because of the people that we sadly lost in 2018. And yeah, like I was just, making this list. It's great and all, but the people that we lost, for starters, I still can't believe that last year in 2018 we lost the great John Schnapp, and I'm sure, in one of the episodes that I talked about that, he was one of those YouTubers that I loved watching, and the fact that he, to this day I still find it very hard that he's gone. He had such a great personality to watch on YouTube, and he was very informed. He knew his stuff. He knew the comics real well, and that's how I got turned on to stuff like Watchmen and Alan Moore's Swamp Thing, stuff like that, because of that guy. And now that he's gone, it's just it's crazy. It's crazy to me. But and then another one that we lost was Mac Miller. And again, it's one of those celebrities that I'm just I cannot believe that he is gone. And it's just, we're never going to get more new music from that guy anymore. It's a bummer. It's a real bummer, but I will cherish the music that he has brought to us. And then, of course, most recently, we lost Stan the Man Lee. When I first heard the news, I was sad, but at the same time, I was like, what a life, what an accomplishment that guy made. I imagine he never would have thought he'd make it to 95. Who would have thought? I wonder, what's it like? What was it like for this guy to see everything that he has co-created, everything that he stood for and made and established at Marvel? What was it like for him to see all the comics to come to a TV show, the first Incredible Hulk show, the animated shows, and then what we're this day and age living now, the golden era of comic book movies and all kinds of stuff. What's it like? What was it like for that guy just to be I gotta imagine he sat back he's just probably one day, I gotta imagine one day he just sat back and just man, I gotta imagine he never would have thought it would be this huge and this craze that, people who don't read the comics, just some average Joe watching a Marvel movie and loving it. And then, that's all I can say about the passing of Stan Lee, of what an accomplishment that guy accomplished, and all of that. It's just, must have blown his mind about seeing all the stuff that has been made with the stuff that he co-created and all that stuff. The brand, that guy. Even in himself, he was a character. He was a great character. Always enthusiastic, always about the genre in general. And look, I saw Spider-Verse, and I'll get into it when I get into it, but man, you best believe he had a cameo in that movie. And it really pulls at the heartstrings. Like, that specific cameo, that really pulled at the heartstrings. But yeah, Stan the Man Lee, I mean, if there's a God bless him. I mean, he is surely up there with all his other pals, like Steve Ditko, and so many more. And yeah, I mean, Stan Lee, 95, one accomplishment, man. Dude deserves all the credit that he was given, and just a good, kinded soul that will be dearly missed. And a world without Stan Lee is just crazy. I mean, I don't know what to say, honestly, to that, but Stan the Man Lee, just gotta tip my hat off to the guy and just thank him for everything. I mean, my first introduction to Marvel was Spider-Man, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I believe that was the first, at least from what I can remember, the first Marvel character that struck out to me. I mean, just the look of him and the origin and all that. I mean, just great stuff. And without him, who knows where this genre would be at. But yeah, just bummer. But in any event, it's 2018. I mean, it's 2019. I'm recording on January 1st, 2019, and it's time to do my top 10 movies of the year, top 5 worst movies of the year. And I gotta say, when I was making my top 10, because initially I was going to do top 5, because I was like, I probably didn't see that many movies, but thanks to Wikipedia, I saw a shit ton of movies. I mean, because the movies to me, if you couldn't guess, movies to me are like my go-to place. They're my happy place. So, yeah, and some of these movies, I'm pretty sure I never talked about it on the podcast, but, I'll give you my overall thoughts. Might give a full-blown review, but who knows. But, since I have top 5 worst movies, I thought I'd just do those first, because why not? I mean, again, thanks to Wikipedia, I didn't realize, because I only thought of one movie that I didn't like this year, and it's my number 1, but but thanks to Wikipedia, I've found 4 other more movies that I didn't like this year. And when I say worst, I don't know, looking at this list, I'm thinking, they're not all, well, I think it's till we get to number 2 and number 1 that are just the worst. Number 3, 4, and 5, I guess I would just say I was more disappointed with them, more so than, I don't, think that the worst movies ever. But in any event, let's start off with my top 5 worst movies of 2018, starting with number 5, Skyscraper. Skyscraper, starring The Rock Johnson, and yeah, see, I went with a couple of buddies to go see this, and, I wanted to see it because I thought, Dwayne Johnson, I like the guy, and, I'm sure it's going to be a typical movie, of course, typical action movie, and sure enough, it was, whatever, just didn't really do anything for me. I mean, I liked that, it's Dwayne Johnson, and that's pretty much it. He's got a family, he's got to save his family. It's basically, it's kind of like Die Hard-ish, but not the good kind of Die Hard movie that you're probably looking for. But anyways, yeah, Skyscraper was, it was whatever, I guess. Definitely not memorable, that's for sure. But yeah, Skyscraper, number 5. Going to number 4 was a movie I was definitely looking forward to, and I think I would say this movie was disappointing, to say the least, and that was Sorry to Bother You. Sorry to Bother You was, I dug the trailer a lot, I really did. And then once the movie goes, it goes and goes, and I'm enjoying it too. And then, I don't know, I just kind of, it was declining for me. and then really decline once you gets to the third act. The little metaphor it does, and I'm just like, okay, like, you know, I can handle weird, but even that for me, that metaphor, which totally flew by my head, had to ask someone what does it mean, because I don't catch on. I don't catch on quickly, but yeah, sorry to bother you was, I guess, more of a disappointing movie, to say the least. And yeah, it's just, I mean, I told one of my friends about it, and I was like, yeah, I saw it, and it was good up until this little reveal, and it's kind of weird, but I mean, basically what happens is, so there's this company, and this company has its workers, and if you're doing such a great job, you go up to the top, the very top, and so much so that you get experimented on, and you're turned to horse-like people, and it's like, okay, so there's that, I guess. But yeah, I think overall performances are good. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can say. But overall, Sorry to Bother You was just a disappointment to me. But oh well, it's not like the worst of the worst, I'll say that much. Alright, coming in number 3 was a movie I knew I wasn't going to be all for it, because I was like, why do we need this movie? And sure enough, I kind of figured it'd be like this, and that is Solo, a Star Wars movie. Now, again, the movie was not selling me at all about why this movie needed to exist, other than the fact that it's going to show you how Han Solo got the Falcon, how he got his gun, and what else? How he met Chewbacca, which I will admit, that was pretty cool. The Chewbacca, how they met, was pretty cool. And, you know, you meet Lando, and which I will say, you know, after when I left, after seeing Solo for the first time, I was like, give me a Donald Glover as Lando movie. That's what I really want. That's what I took away from that movie. But other than that, I was just like, oh, and we're going to show the Kessel Run, which is like, I didn't even realize that was the Kessel Run. I'm like, this is the Kessel Run? Well, I didn't know. I mean, okay. But yeah, I think the one thing that really, really aggravated me the most about this movie was how he got his last name. I was just like, that's definitely one of those movie moments that really will forever irritate the hell out of me, because I'm like, just, that doesn't, if anyone's going to come up with that name, it's going to be Han, because, I mean, I don't know, Han seems to be that character that, you know, he's all alone and he's abandoned, you know, he's going to make that name for himself. I mean, that kind of, honestly, when that moment happened at the, if you haven't seen it, it's basically he's going into to be recruited by the Imperial Space Army, whatever, and he's trying to get recruited. They ask him for his name. He's like, Han. Well, what's your last name? Oh, I don't have a last name. I'm all alone. I'm by myself. You know, I got nobody else. And the Imperial Guard is like, Han Solo. Like, that really irritated me. That honestly felt like, you know, somebody, I don't know, that felt like, it's going to be weird to say, but it felt like somebody, you know, that felt like a modern day kind of thing that somebody would write, you know. But yeah, Solo, I mean, I have no plans on seeing it again. I mean, if it's on Netflix, I might watch it again. I mean, besides, I guess, the things I don't like about it, well, the main reason why I don't like it, maybe if I just put those aside and rewatch it again, maybe I might enjoy it, but even then I'm like, we just didn't need this movie. I mean, at least to me, like, I don't really care for this. Like, why are we having a sort of origin movie about how Han Solo becomes the person that he is? oh, and we're going to throw in Darth Maul, which was like, cool. That was cool. But, again, that's not, from what I understand, from what I can tell from, let alone the box office from Solo, like, I don't think the whole Darth Maul thing is going to go anywhere other than maybe that was there just to please fans, but I don't see them developing anything with Darth Maul in the movies. I just don't see it. I don't know why, because I'm kind of, see, that's the thing about Star Wars. Look, if you're going to if you're going to go back in time, tell a different story. Like Rogue One. I loved Rogue One. It's my favorite of the Disney Star Wars movies. It's my favorite. Yeah, I just loved it. Yes, we're in that same time period, but you got new characters. You just got new characters, and yeah, we didn't need it because these rebel spies steal the Death Star plans and all this business, but it was fun to see that along with new characters. I just dug that. I really dug that. So if you're gonna do something in that time period, do it with new characters. I mean, come on, just do it with new characters. I don't want to see old rehashed things. Like, I see fans say, give us a Darth Vader movie, which I'm like, why? Like, why? We don't need that. I would see it, but I'm just like, I don't want that. The only character I would want to see that if they ever went back to is, of course, Obi-Wan Kenobi, the period from the end of, from Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. I would love to see that story. I would love to see that. What's it like for a Jedi to be like in that kind of, just be in that realm where, all his life, he was trained to be a Jedi, and once he's a Jedi, he was a Jedi. He, did all this business, and then to have his best friend destroy it all, help destroy everything about the Jedi, and all gone. He's the last Jedi in that time period, at least. But yeah, give me that movie. But in any event, so Solo, a Star Wars story, yeah, not for me at all. All right, number 2 on my list of worst movies of 2018, Pacific Rim Uprising. Oh my God, I don't. Here's the weird thing about this. So the showrunner for Daredevil season 1, Stephen Knight, I think that's his name, directed this movie, and I believe he wrote it. And I just wasn't about it at all. It was just like, what? Maybe it's because of the Guillermo del Toro aesthetic, that vibe, that look that he has in his movies. Maybe that's what it was missing. It was missing that's for sure. But the characters, I just wasn't about it. It just wasn't good. And, so it's Idris Elba's character's kid, who is the main character in Pacific Rim Uprising, that is like, okay, and we never, that's kind of like continuity error. That's kind of weird that, like, you could have had a new character. If you're not going to bring back the old cast, which they did, they brought what's her name? The girl from the first movie with Charlie Hunnam. They brought her back only to kill her off, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it was like, I love John Boyega, but I just wasn't feeling his character. I wasn't feeling anybody's character, especially the scientist, which I guess that plot was cool-ish, but overall, I didn't care for this movie at all. I really didn't. I was so like, what? You're kind of ruined the lore of the whole Pacific Rim. I don't know. That's just, it's a bummer. It's a bummer. I mean, whatever. Yeah, just not good. Not good characters or anything like that. yeah, so there's that. So now let's get to my number one movie. My number one worst movie of 2018. It's Venom. I mean, oh my god, I will never understand why so many people, there are some people in this world who love Venom. I don't understand. I really don't understand it. I mean, and then again, you're talking to a guy who was like, I don't really care for a Venom movie. And it's not the fact that you didn't have Spider-Man in it. It was just like, I don't really want it, but okay. And then they released that first teaser trailer, which I'll admit, I dug it a lot. And that was the teaser trailer where they didn't show Venom at all. And then they did show Venom in the trailers, and it was like, okay, cool. But the more I saw, the more, ads that I saw for it, I wasn't feeling it. I just was like, I have a sneaky suspicion that I'm not going to like this movie at all. And sure enough, thankfully, I didn't have to pay to go see this movie. Luckily, my ticket was bought for me, and sure enough, I was like, yeah, I'm not about it. I think this is like the worst comic book movie of this decade. Even that post-credit scene, which I'm like, if they're going to do a Venom 2, I could care less. I'm not excited. I'm not excited for the second movie. Woody Harrelson as Carnage, I don't really care for it. I really don't. I don't at all, but I will give credit to this movie that they made Venom look cool. And Venom and Eddie Brock in this movie was great. But everything else was just a mess. And the tone is just weird. The tone is just like everywhere. One moment, it's very, trying to be serious and a little bit dark. Then other times, it's very comedic. Like, I mean, you can have both, but I don't know. It just felt like something was going on there. Somebody was meddling with it. I don't know what was going on there, but it just felt really off to me. But that's just me. And yeah, so that's my top 5 worst movies of the year. So starting with number 5, Skyscraper. Number 4, Sorry to Bother You. Number 3, Solo, a Star Wars movie story. Number 2, Pacific Rim Uprising. And number 1, Venom. Alright, time to get to the meat of this episode. Top 10 movies of 2018. I'm going to start with some honorable mentions. Starting with Aquaman. Look, I really dug Aquaman. And if you're a fan of the Jeff Johns New 52 run of Aquaman, chances are you're going to love this. I mean, I think they beautifully adapted that arc real well. And Jason Momoa as Aquaman, loved him. And, you've seen it in the trailers. When he puts on the orange suit, I gotta admit, I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work. And then, sure enough, I see it in action. I see him in movement. It only that guy could pull it off, honestly. I'm just gonna say that now. Black Manta was awesome. And yes, sadly, he's not in it for all that much. But, hey, spoilers, they're going to set him up for a sequel, which I'm all for it. I'm so happy they kept the big helmet. That was the one thing. Like, when he first showed up on screen, I wanted to scream so loudly because I was like, oh my god, Black Manta. I cannot believe we're getting a live action Black Manta. Like, this is real. Cannot believe that. But yeah, Aquaman is great. I've only seen it once, and thank you, Amazon, for letting Amazon Prime users seeing Aquaman a week early. It was great. I really dug it. And I really should go back and see it again because, my God, such a good movie. Such a good time, honestly. Another honorable mention is Bohemian Rhapsody, the Queen movie, for those who don't know. This was one of those movies that look, if you like Queen in general, and you're having a bad day, this is the movie to see it. Because let me tell you, I went in and I was kind of feeling bummed out. I was having one of those days. Saw Bohemian Rhapsody, came out, I was like, man, that's a movie that really will bring you up. Even though it's got, even though it's about Freddie Mercury and all the stuff that he's been through and all that business, but when they get to the music part of it, the music beats, it's just really great. I really dug it. Really dug it. Another honorable mention, I gotta say, Teen Titans Go to the Movies. I mean, come on. I dug it. Like, look, yes, if you grew up watching the old Teen Titans cartoon show, I understand. You don't like the Teen Titans Go kind of thing. It's very kid-like. It's for kids and whatnot. But I'll be honest. Look, Teen Titans Go to the movies. You won't be disappointed. I think, if you can just, forget that, it's for kids and just watch it alone, I think you would have a good time watching it like I did. I mean, you also got, look, Stan Lee makes a cameo in it, and it's great. It's so great. And Nick Cage is Superman in this movie. It's a small part, but it's still great. It's really, really great. And my last honorable mention, Crazy Rich Asians. I heard a lot of good things about this movie, and I just thought, why not? I got time to kill. Went in, saw it, loved it. Really, really dug it a lot. And it was funny, great story. It's the same story you've seen all the time, but I loved the cast. I loved what it brought, and it was such a good movie. It was a good time, made you laugh. It was a great movie. So, yeah, that's my honorable mentions. Now, for the top 10 movies of 2018, my list. Starting with number 10, Creed 2. Now, look, the first Creed movie is one of my favorite movies of all time. So I had I had high expectations. I tried not to go in with high expectations, and but it's Creed. I'm ready to see Creed 2, and went in, saw it. Yes, it's not. You can feel that Ryan Coogler's absence from the movie was there, but at the same time, it felt like a proper sequel. It felt like it was good. I really dug it, and I wasn't expecting to feel for Drago's kid. I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't expecting to feel something. I felt something towards the end, because at the very end, Victor Drago, lost everything when he lost to Rocky Balboa, and so he lost his wife. And, Russia just didn't like him, and so, sure enough, he has a kid, raises him to be a boxer, and, he challenges Creed, and his mom is there. He's like, I want you, you better take that belt. And sure enough, Drago's kid is getting pummeled. He's on the ground at one point, and the mom just leaves, and I felt the pain that Drago's kid felt. I was just like, oh, that's horrible, because his mother was never there, like, through growing up and whatnot, and I felt that. I really felt that. And speaking for Adonis Creed and Tessa Thompson's character, which I'm blanking on the character's name, but they were great. It was nice seeing, they're going to have a kid, and they're going to have their own little family, and it's going to be something, and it was great. It was great. It was really great. I really dug it a lot. And the training montage was just pretty insane. I mean, I really dug it. I will say it's not as great as the first movie because, of course it wouldn't be. It's very rare that sequels are ever better than the first movie, But, hey, it made it on my top 10 list. So, yeah. Number 9 is a shock to me, honestly, when I was going through this list. Mission Impossible Fallout. Now, the last Mission Impossible movie I saw, and the only Mission Impossible movie that I ever saw, was Ghost Protocol. I believe that's the 4th movie. And that was the last movie I saw in the Mission Impossible franchise, but I really dug it. And it's got that great action. The plot is whatever, but I think it's just that ensemble of characters that's there. And Henry Cavill was great. I mean, the bathroom fight scene was insane. I loved it. You know, you got all types of guys. So you got these 3 characters, and they all have their own fighting styles. And it was wonderful to see. And I would love to see Henry Cavill do more antagonist roles. I would love to see that, because I think he's got it. He's got it, as long as his character's written great. But yeah, Mission Impossible made it onto my top 10. Number 8, gonna go Overlord. This little movie, Overlord, basically it's zombies in World War II. And let me tell you, don't see this as a first date. Like, don't take someone, if you're gonna watch a movie, you're gonna pop in a movie, don't do it with Overlord. I mean, I don't know why, but I went on a date because I thought, this girl that I'm taking her to a movie, she's gonna love it. She's gonna love it. I mean, she's into horror and whatnot. And boy, what a trip. It was something. It's very graphic, very like in your face. I mean, I couldn't tell you what was practical and what was visual. Like, as far as like, I don't know. It was very graphic, that's for sure. And I haven't seen a very graphic movie in the theater in, I don't think, ever. And the sound system was loud, so there was that. But as far as the movie goes, oh, it's great. It's really great. I mean, you've got these soldiers, these American soldiers. They just got to take down this tower to let the Allied forces in. But in the meantime, while in doing so, they run into some zombies. Not many. I will say there's only like 4 zombies in general. But man, if this movie isn't good, I mean, it's great. It's really great. And it starts off great too. It just jumps right in. That's really what I dug about it too. Very good. Number 7 on my list, which I gotta say, kind of crazy that it's high on this list, but hey, it's my list. Number 7, gotta go Avengers Infinity War. I know, it's crazy. Hey, at least it made my top 10. Avengers Infinity War. What can I say about this movie? First of all, I love the ending. I love any good movie that ends on, a downer. Much like, Empire Strikes Back. I love that it doesn't end on a happy note. It just ends and it's tragic and whatnot. And in Avengers Infinity War, the snap happens. And I'll be honest, never read the Infinity Gauntlet. Never would I have imagined they would do this, but wow, there are just so many great moments. I mean, I watched it, last time I watched it was this past Saturday, or what was it? No, last week, Wednesday. Yeah, no, last Thursday I watched it on Netflix, and there are just so many great moments in it. And I'm watching this, and for me personally in the MCU, Captain America is my favorite character. And in that movie, I feel like he's given the best lines. Like, my favorite line is, when they show up with Vision and Scarlet Witch, and who is it? It's Ross, the General Ross, the military guy, former military guy from Civil War and Incredible Hulk, and he's like, "You think all is forgiven?" And Captain America's like, "I'm not looking for forgiveness." He says something along the lines of like, "I'm not looking for forgiveness, and I'm way past asking permission." I mean, oh my God, another great line is where he goes, "We don't trade lives," and it's just like, they just give him the best lines ever, and I don't know why. It's just these little moments that I dig this character a lot, and I don't think anyone else can do it as good as Chris Evans does as that character. But again, the snap, the whole fight with Thanos, with Doctor Strange, some of the Guardians, Spider-Man, Iron Man, just fighting Thanos. I mean, just blows your mind just a bit, because it's like, wow, this is like, it's the most comic book thing I've ever seen, ever. Like, it's great. I love it, and it's just, I can't wait for Endgame, which I gotta say, that Endgame trailer, it was good. It was good. I know it's a teaser, but man, I'm ready for that next trailer, that's for sure. And I'll say it, in Endgame, I think Captain America dies. You know, then again, I said the same thing in Infinity War, but hey, I'm okay. I'm okay if he doesn't die in Endgame, but if someone had to go, I feel like it's gotta be Captain America, because me personally, I think he's the best character in the MCU, because to me at least, he has the best lines and so good. But yeah, Avengers Infinity War, it's number 7 on my list. Crazy. Number 6 on my list, Halloween, the sequel to the very original movie. And I honestly didn't think it would be on my list, but the more I thought about it, the more I was like, yeah, I dug the movie. I really did. I love Jamie Lee Curtis's character in it, how she's still traumatized decades later. And, you know, she's just like, I'm prepared to kill him. I'm ready. He's escaped. Bring it on. I want him to come to me. Oh, just a great experience. And there was definitely a moment in the movie where I was like, holy shit. I literally screamed that out loud. And there's a moment in it where Michael Myers stomps through a guy's face, and it was just like, holy fuck, so good, and I dug it. I mean, if there's ever a sequel, I don't really want a sequel to it, but you know, there's a door open for the sequel, and if there is, I'll be there, because I really dug Halloween, that's for sure. It's just kind of weird how they wouldn't, you know, subtitle this Halloween movie. They're just going to say Halloween. So now if anyone talks about Halloween, it's like, okay, which one are you referring to? The sequel or the first movie? So, I mean, they could have come up with the subtitle, but whatever. Alrighty, time to get down to the top 5 movies now. Number 5 on my list, BlacKkKlansman. And this is my first Spike Lee movie that I saw, and God, I love this movie a lot. I really dig it. Do not be fooled by the trailer. It's not a comedy. It's got some comedy in it, but it's more of a... Oh, how do I explain it? You know what? Let me look it up, because I don't even know if I should call it a drama or not, but I guess you could say it's a comedy drama. Yeah, okay, so it's a drama / crime movie. Yeah, and it's got some comedy in it, and it's so great. It's really good. I really dig it. There is a moment in it where, so it's basically this guy calls out this black guy calls up the Ku Klux Klan and uses his white voice or whatever, and you know he wants to infiltrate it, but he has to get someone in there to, you know, talk or whatever, you know, and he certainly can't go in there, so he gets Adam Driver, and there's a moment in the movie where Adam Driver, who's trying to pretend he's a racist, says like all of these racial slurs, and woo, that was rough. That was like, ooh, I did not feel good when I watched that part. I was like, oh god, this is weird. Oh, it's so bad. So watching Adam Driver just spit those racial slurs out, just like, ugh. But, you know, he did a great job, and Adam Driver, though, he's really grown on me as an actor. I mean, besides Star Wars, of course, you know, what was it? That Steven Soderbergh one, Logan Lucky. Logan Lucky was the first movie I saw him out of Star Wars, and he's great. I really dig him. I hope he's, I hope he's going to be in more movies, because, he's a great actor, that's for sure. And yeah, Black Klansman, number 5 on my list. Number 4 on my list, the long-awaited sequel, Incredibles 2. I have said before that it's crazy how we never got Incredibles 2. We waited this long for an Incredibles 2 movie, and man, I'm glad it's here, because wow, what an experience. I'm sitting in the theater, the movie plays, and it plays that Incredibles theme song, and I got the feels. I got the feels that I'm like, oh, this is like really taking me back. And my God, the animation alone, the detailed, like if you were to zoom up on this movie, it's incredible. The detailed, and oh, so good. So good. I mean, Jack is great. His new powers that we see, and the scene with the raccoon. Oh man, so funny, so good, such a good time to watch. I mean, oh man, definitely. I mean, it's a good time. It's definitely a good time, and I cannot. I think I'm gonna watch the first one and the second Incredibles back to back. That's gonna be fun. So yeah, number 4 on my list. Alrighty, last 3. Number 3 on my list, Black Panther. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? It's higher than Avengers Infinity War. I know, it's just me. You might feel different, but this is just me. I liked that it very much felt like it was its own thing. It felt like it was its own thing. Like, it very much was the Iron Man. It wasn't dealing, you got some connections to the MCU, but it was very self-centered, and I love that. I love that so much, and the cast is great, the action's great, and Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger, awesome, really great. It's a bummer that they kill him off in this movie, but at the same time, I love that scene where, T'Challa takes Killmonger to see the city of Wakanda, and Killmonger's like, yeah, my dad was always supposed to, show me the city of Wakanda. It's so beautiful, as he's like, still impaled. And it was such a great moment, because that's you never really see that. You don't have, he was a great villain to start with. Yes, he was evil, but at the same time, he wanted to do what was right for Wakanda and the rest of the world. That was just, it was a good move on T'Challa to be like, he has the right intentions, but he's going with it the wrong way. And the fact that he was like, let me show you the city of Wakanda. The overview. Such a great moment. That's definitely my favorite scene, and loved it. Loved it so much. So, my number 2. Last 2. My number 2, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I am not ready to say I think it's my favorite Spider-Man movie, but damn, is it close. My favorite Spider-Man movie is Homecoming. There will never be a better moment, at least to me, than the moment in Homecoming where you find out Michael Keaton's character is Liz's dad. I'll never forget being in that theater, and he just opens the door, and there he is, and it's me and everybody else in the theater were like, what the fuck? It was the greatest moment in the theater that year. But anyway, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, god damn it, this movie is this is a treasure. There's a lot of good comic book animated movies out there, and I am not ashamed to say that this is neck and neck for me with The Dark Knight Returns. I don't know what I love more, Into the Spider-Verse or The Dark Knight Returns. Like, it's a dead tie. Like, I can't decide which is better, because Into the Spider-Verse, the concept alone, it's like you could have easily lost anybody in this movie, but the way that they executed it, the way that they tell the origin of Miles Morales, and oh my god, the voice cast is great. I'm blown by it. The animation is fucking beautiful. I mean, and the voice acting is fucking amazing. And the soundtrack, I was late to listening to the soundtrack by like a day or two, and once I started listening to it, I had to get it, because god damn it, such a good soundtrack and such a good story overall. And I took someone to go see it one day, my friend, because he was like, oh, I'll get it on Redbox, and I was like, no, you're seeing this, I gotta imagine you're gonna love this. Sure enough, after the movie, he's like, it was alright. I was like, it was alright. I felt offended. I was like personally offended. I was like, how dare you? Like, because he's into comic book stuff as well, but it just blows my mind he wasn't into it. But anyways, Into the Spider-Verse. Oh my god, if you haven't seen this movie, go see it. It's funny, really, it's emotional, and it's just a good time to see it. It's a good time to see it, that's for sure. And also, what a great year Spider-Man had in 2018. He was in Avengers Infinity War, you had that Spider-Man game, and now you have Into the Spider-Verse. Also, I gotta say, Jake Johnson as Spider-Man, oh, he's great. I loved it. He was great. He was so good as Spider-Man, and so good. So good. Alrighty, time for my number one movie. My favorite movie of 2018? A Quiet Place. Yeah, A Quiet Place. This was, without a doubt, when I first left the theater, when I first saw it for the first time, I was like, this is going to be my favorite movie of the year. Sure enough, it was. Spider-Verse, let me tell you, it was up there, but I think for me personally, A Quiet Place is one of those movies you just have to see in the theater. You just gotta see it in the theater, and hopefully if you saw it in the theater and you were with the right crowd and everybody was dead silent, like, hopefully you had a great experience like I did, because it was just it's very intense. You're just scared, because at any moment anything could happen. Those aliens could come after that family. And when the mother was having birth in the bathtub, oh my god, like, you want to talk about the scariest, most intense scene ever. Oh my god, it was like the most scariest fucking thing ever. Okay, let alone the fact that this movie ends with an alien taking out one of their kids. Oh my god, it was horrible. Oh my god, it just opens, this family is just going through the town, stepping on, walking on salt, not trying to make any noise. This kid wants this loud rocket spaceship toy, and, the parents don't let him, but then he sneakily takes it. They're walking, and he finally he grabs the rocket again. They don't know. They're walking, and he turns it on, and he's so far behind them. Dad just runs and runs, and then bam, the kid is taken off screen. Like, you see the kid, like, get tossed like crazy. Like, oh my god, it was just, I was like, holy shit. Like, I don't know what's more scary or what's more horrifying, seeing, because, the year beforehand, in 2017, we got It, and if you've seen It, the part where, the beginning where Georgie has his arm taken off and the kid's crying and crawling, I don't know what was worse, that scene or the one in Quiet Place. I wouldn't go with the It scene, but still, A Quiet Place, just opening with that scene, just being like, god damn, that is like some scary ass shit. But yeah, and I've read that they're gonna make a sequel or a prequel, and to that I'm like, Don't want it. Don't really want it. I mean, because you won't capture something that magical again. I mean, then again, what do I know? I don't make movies, but yeah. So, A Quiet Place. It's my number 1. So, to run down the list again, starting with number 10, Creed 2. Number 9, Mission Impossible Fallout. Number 8, Overlord. Number 7, Avengers Infinity War. Number 6, Halloween. Number 5, Black Klansman. Number 4, Incredibles 2. Number 3, Black Panther. Number 2, Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse. And number 1, A Quiet Place. And that, my friends, is my top 10 best movies of 2018, and also my top 5 worst movies of 2018. So, what's to come in 2019? I don't know. I don't really have any resolutions. I mean, well, besides eating healthy, because I was doing good. I was eating vegetables and fruits mainly, but then I guess at July or August, started slacking off and was eating crap, and now I'm like, I really gotta go back to eating the right things. I'm just gonna stick to vegetables and fruits and get my meat and all that business. No more of these tacos and hamburgers, and oh god, I love hamburgers, but I'll treat myself every once in a while, but I want to eat right. Just want to do my thing and, go to my happy place, the movie theater. And, definitely I can't wait to see, so many good movies coming out in 2019. And I'm having a blur just thinking about them. But I know Endgame is coming out, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. Definitely looking forward to Shazam, that's for sure. And so many more movies. But yeah, I think what I'll do now is, once I'm done recording, you know what? I think I'm going to watch Bird Box, because, I've seen so many memes about this movie, and I'm just like, okay. And then, of course, one of my friends is like, have you seen Bird Box? No, I haven't. Please watch Bird Box so I can send you memes. I'm like, okay. And so I looked up the trailer, and I was like, yeah, I don't know about this. This doesn't seem like this would interest me, but whatever. I'll watch it. I doubt I'll like it, because most of the Netflix movies I watch, I'm like, yeah, that looks terrible. But then again, maybe it's good. I don't know. But whatever. But anyways, so yeah, 2019. I hope, I'm sure it's going to be just another year, nothing special. Just going to do my own thing. So yeah, hopefully your New Year's was great. Your New Year's Eve got everything you needed. I mean, I'll tell you my New Year's Eve. I basically went out with a friend. We hung out with her mom and her mom's best friend, and I learned how to play rummy, and had a glass of wine, 2 shots, and that was it. Came home, crashed out, woke up 3 hours later with a headache, and now I'm here. So yeah, alrighty, 2019, let's do this. That's Spoil Your Appetite. Okay, let me try that again. So, that's Spoil Your Appetite. I'm Tristan, and you've just been spoiled.